This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi.
Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Yeah, this a revolution in our time. Everybody's fighting, change coming, yes. That's why it's an acronym for riot. Everybody has a voice. Don't you dare stay silent. If you say nothing, you are an accessory to violence.
They've had their say. Seems like they've had that kind of say around here for too long. Look, I had to stand up for myself alone. I went in there to remind them that somewhere in this world there's still a little law and order left. To let them know in the only kind of terms that their kind understand is that they can't bribe or threaten their way out of what they did. Let them do this to me and get away with it, and you give them the eternal right to do the same damn thing to any one of you.
Access 228, your host, Anthony Oksenholt, where we report the facts and we are not for sale. If you have a news story or something that's on your mind, please feel free to give us a call at 228-337-2099. Be glad to have you on. Thank you for listening, and we do appreciate all that you do to support us and keep free and independent journalism doing what we do best. All right, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just had me a nice long nap. I needed it. I'm up here in Chicago, and for those of y'all that don't know what a 34-hour reset is, it means I'm sitting my ass down for a day and a half, resetting my clock, gonna get some laundry done, clean the truck up a little bit, and I believe, as of now, when I leave here, I'll be heading to the West Coast, which is fine. I ain't been to the West Coast in a few years. Anyway, a couple of updates. I have moved everything from the Biloxi Fuck to Access 228. The reason I did this was I have had several people say it would probably get shared a lot more. The content that I'm posting would get shared a lot more if it was in a less offensive named page. So, if y'all are seeing this, and I'm going to post this on both, but if y'all are seeing this on the Biloxi Fuck, check me out on Access 228. Access 228 is actually my podcast, mine and a friend of mine's. And this is where I'll be posting everything. Anyway, so I got in the truck and I laid out. I went to sleep for about 10 hours, which I really needed to, by the way. And when I did, excuse me, when I woke up, I had several messages. I'm not going to read them all. I'm not going to read any of them. But here's the gist of it. Remember I said these people are dangerous? Remember I said these people are extremely unpredictable, and they like to throw little 2-year-old temper tantrums? Go ahead and sue me for saying that. Well, apparently,
They have called a state regulatory agency on a well-known business in Biloxi. A business, by the way, that has been around longer than I have been alive. A well-known business. Trying to get this business shut down because the people who run said business disagree with them. They have got their minions attacking people in the city on Facebook. There hasn't been any physical violence yet. I'm hoping they're not that stupid, but I'm not very optimistic on them not being that stupid. Um, it's fucking crazy. When you start going after people's livelihood and you start going after people, you got your minions going after people and you're encouraging people to go after people for none other than your Facebook post. That's terrorism. Nothing short of terrorism. Now, is it the same kind of terrorist as 9/11 or the USS Cole or, Timothy McVeigh? No. But it's still terrorism. And I'm going to tell you right now, it needs to stop. Y'all that are the minions, the little, oh, you hurt my hero's feelings. Let me tell you something. I would venture to guess that most of y'all don't have the money for an attorney. And if you think that you're immune from criminal charges for going after people, for, harassing people, I got news for you. Your ass can get it too. You can go ahead and you can get arrested. You can go sit right there in municipal court and face the same fucking charges that these two retards are facing. Some of y'all might own businesses yourselves. Do you want your business to be going after because you support these two dumbasses? Y'all need to think. Y'all need to ask yourself, how much do you want to lose over two people who just want to manipulate you and not give a damn about you? How much do y'all want to lose because you want to show your ass on Facebook? How much do you want to lose because you can't act like a normal thinking adult with some common sense? I'm not talking to my followers, I'm talking to their followers. Y'all think about this. We've got an overtaxed police department who's now having to do extra patrols in certain areas around certain houses because of threats. And I believe some of them are credible threats. We've got public officials that are having to have extra security because of these people. Biloxi is almost coming into a, I don't want to use the term war zone, but the police department is preparing for it. And all caused by two people who they're doing it for the laughs. Looky what I can do. I mean, y'all are following people who tried to get the city in an uproar over a non existent toll booth on Cedar Lake Road for a car show. Y'all are getting people up in an uproar, over people who were posting shit like Fofo was charging 10 cents on a free cup of coffee at 7 Brew in front of Rouse's in Biloxi. These are the kind of people that y'all are supporting. And it's all because they want to start shit. And y'all are eating right out of their hands. Y'all are falling right in their trap. They don't care about you. And yet here you are pulling this shit. I seen a friend of mine post something about, I'm gonna read this what he posted. And if you recognize the post, yeah, you know who you are. We've been friends for years. Biloxi City employee worried about a Facebook post. Meanwhile, in Gulfport officer resigns. He is facing prostitution charges from a human trafficking operation. Kerwin Smith was arrested after he resigned to pay $60 for a encounter at the Treasure Bay. Well, buddy, let me lay something on the line for you. This city official that you're saying is worried about a Facebook post has been threatened. How do I know she's been threatened? Because I was there when she was threatened. I heard the threat firsthand. I was in Yuri's house when he made mention to the fact of I've had, and now, all fairness, he showed me all over that house, and I didn't see any evidence of a weapon, but I didn't look in every nook and cranny and closet and everything either. But he claimed to have a rifle, a second floor window, and the castle doctrine. That's a threat. It's not just over somebody doesn't like what they posted. It's over the harassment. It's over the threats. I'm going to do this if they do this. If they show up to put a legitimate stop work order, I'm going to start shooting. That is a threat. And I take those threats very seriously. And so does the police department. And they should. If I was to make a threat that I was going to commit violence on a city employee, my ass should be in fucking jail. Now, I can't prove that he said it, but he fucking said it to me. I wish I had it on recording. Unfortunately, it's kind of a he said, because I was the only one there. And that's the reason why I can't really do much. Because I don't have it, I didn't have it recorded. And I know that. However, given his mentality, I don't doubt it. Given his demeanor, I don't doubt it. Given his narcissism, I don't doubt it. He's afraid of the Dixie Mafia, so he says, and he's being victimized by the Dixie Mafia. And it's like, you're stupid. I don't understand why y'all don't see the threats here. Because the threats are here. The threats are, you know, they're in your face. There's big red fucking neon signs saying, hey, looky here. This is what's going on. And if you use your fucking brain, you'll see it. I've had somebody tell me that they have just spent thousands of dollars on a security system for their residents. Not going to say who or whatever, but it's all stemming back to this. Somebody that feels threatened enough to where this is costing them money to go upgrade their security system at their house because they're afraid for their family. This is the real world consequences of these fucking people. And they're getting y'all to do their bidding. Y'all think about it. Access 228, Anthony Oksenholt.